Good morning, pregame crew. How you doing? It is Wednesday, December 6, 2023, 6:21 a.m. Mountain Time, 8:21 a.m. Eastern Time. Good morning. Welcome to the show. This is a show where I go over indices, commodities, crypto, movers, and shakers of the day. I officially get started in about 8 minutes. I jump on early to say hello to my friends, do an audio-visual check, and take a few chart requests. Perfect night truck. Thank you. Good morning, Andre, Greg, Hector, Shake and Bake, Marvin. Hey, Tom, Clifton, Tess, Night Truck, Casey Zimmerman. Hello, Shake and Bake. I'll get to that for sure. Topher. Hey, Trayman Dan, Sam, 93 Mischief, Awesome, Keggers, Jutu, Spaceball, Mike, Bask. Hey, Bask, Mal. Hey, Bennett. Carl, Dollar Tree, Christine, Revy, Ray, Intrepid, Corey. All right, I've got a lot of friends here, so I should have a whole lot of likes because y'all know I bring it. I'm going to try anyway. I hope you're having a wonderful morning. I feel like I am under-caffeinated, so that may be good for y'all. Good morning, Wave. All right, let's go back to the top. This chart, let's look at this chart. Okay, I like what you're thinking. We're looking for the weekly high or low. We're resting on the daily 200 MA in a daily downtrend, however, and we do have gaps to be aware of. Gap and gap. Probably have more down here too. Well, no, not a lot more. So we need to be aware of those. It's not a reason to not enter, but we have to just file it away. 4 hour oversold. All right, got you, got you. You know what would make this setup perfect if it were gapping down and push into that 4 hour oversold so we feel more comfortable that that weekly high or low is getting closer to being set. But I like it. I like it for potential long against 90.50 or $90. Below 89.93, we're wrong. PLTR has a ton of volume this morning. I didn't see the news. Oh, Japan's Sompo Holdings sold part of its stake in PLTR. That's probably why it's down and why it has high volume this morning. Weekly high or low still on the table. 4 hour oversold at this point. This is typically where we look for weekly high or low, but I don't know if I would do that with this bearish news on the table. So it's a little bit of a different setup. It's not completely technical at this point. So I would be careful. Happy ADP day to you. We had our data 9 minutes ago. We have some more data coming out in 12-minute exports, imports, non-farm productivity, trade balance, unit labor costs. We had the ADP data at 8:15. Caused a tiny little pop, not much. Let's make some money for sure. I see a couple requests for CGC. We popped up yesterday and promptly gave it all back. We have enough room for a daily high or low. Bulls need the 63 cents to hold for potential hourly EQ. It just doesn't look good. These pops they're giving it all back and then some. I have no hopium to deal on CGC today. I'm so sorry. BITF. Looks like a crypto miner. It's having a good day. Crypto had a great night. This one's holding up better than Coin, Mara, and Riot. $1.90 is your support. If you're in long, I'd stay in long as these hourly EMAs are below you. If you want a long, I'd wait for first 5-minute back burner, oversold during regular trading hours. Argentina ETF. Argentina ETF got a little pep in its step after that election, it looks like. Daily inverse head and shoulders confirmed in a big way. Big gaps below, however. Nice daily EQ sideways. Volume is super low on this name. You're going to have to be really careful with this, trading it. Very low liquidity. Nice tight range sideways. 49, 42, 49, 27. Support, resistance 51 and 51.50. You're welcome, Richard. I hope you took advantage of that, Apple. I like ARM. I'm in ARM. ASAN ER is impacting PLTR. Okay, because ASAN, I believe last time I looked, was down 14%. Yep, I'll go over NVIDIA, go over it every day. So I'll go over it in just a sec. I hate it when it does that. 6E. Still dropping on dollar strength. Weekly higher low is the more likely scenario. 4-hour oversold yesterday. Did not mark the higher low yet. I would still call this a double bottom, even though it technically is not. Let's see, are bulls buying it as if it is a double bottom? Not yet. I don't want this to happen. Get a higher high above 108.025 for a potential long. Right now you have enough room for a 15-minute higher low on a pullback. Maybe that's the opportunity. But bears are in control of this. However, weekly higher low is the more likely scenario. Oh, you got wicked out. Love me some trash. I love waste management. Fubo. I'm not a big trend line person, but when they stick out to me like a sore thumb, like this one, if this were to break, this would be a short. Yeah, it's a pretty obvious one. 319 is key support. It looks like it got maybe some Roku love when Roku was breaking out, but it's still, well, we did get a weekly higher high. Monthly lower high anticipated. I'd be a much more comfortable bear on this one than a bull. Same thing on this one. This one has a pretty clear trend line as well. Well, it just doesn't want me to draw it. Come on. PayPal, we're still in a daily uptrend, barely. We need to hold 57.05. Market's really going here. We're closer to the low of day than to the high of day yesterday, so PayPal is still weak, pretty weak. It's 6:30. We got data that came out and looks like the market likes it. It likes it a lot. Renaissance man, whether you've been an entrepreneur or not, which I was an entrepreneur for many, many years, whether you've been one or not, you're always looking at your checking account balance. I remember being a college student and I could tell you I had $4.27 in my checking account. So it is a problem for every single person to stare at your P&L. But you can, let me show you. Okay, so this is an options. I want to make sure my account is hidden. Yes, yes, yes. This was a call that I was trading yesterday. You can take this, and I do this a lot. Remove item. I don't want to see it. And then down here, you have to customize this one. So if whatever your platform that you're on, you can hide your profit and loss. Of course, you always need to have the data in your head of what's your risk to reward. Okay, I'm risking $1 per share. I have 200 shares. It's $200, and my goal is to make $2 per share, 400, whatever it is. You have to have that in your head because it can be dangerous to not think about the finances at all, but you don't have to look at them every single day. And also Thinkorswim on the web-based, you can hide your P&L, your balance, everything. You can hide it all where you're just looking at your position. So those are some tips and tricks. Let your platform do it for you. Take it off. All right. I don't look at fractals in my trading. And it's time to start the show. I'm going to start the show and then I'm going to soapbox a little bit. How about that? Just based on the questions. Good morning. This is who I am, Soapbox Lori. Chart Gal Lori. If you want to give me a follow on Twitter, check us out at chartguys.com. We teach technical analysis. And we have a new ebook that is underneath in the YouTube description, a PDF explanation as to how to incorporate EMAs into your trading. All right, what I do here every morning is we look at the calendar, which we just had some more data come out. We have more data. We have the oil inventory at 10:30. I show you my handy dandy table that's looking more bullish than bearish. Man, is this coming to fruition right now at the moment. I have my notes that are off screen that I copy and paste for TCG members only when I am done. All right. I've done this probably every month since I started the pregame show 2.5 years ago. Trying to call it something else that I don't mess up my chart. Okay. I do this about once a month so I can just show you what's important and what's not. I traded with a girl. She actually didn't want people to know that she was a girl because people were not very nice to her 8-9 years ago, which I understand. Sometimes you get, I don't even want to say the word because then I'm giving it credit. So, but sometimes people look down on you. You get patronized because you're a girl and they think, well, you don't have as much moxie or whatever skill set. So she wouldn't let people know she was a girl, but she was unbelievable trader. And this is what her chart looked like. This is it. This is it. A line. No candles, no indicators, no volume, no pitchfork, no Ichimoku cloud, no fractals, nothing. Just price. And it was her contention, which is correct, that 99% of indicators are after the fact. They are lagging indicators. They're not leading. There are very few leading indicators like Ichimoku. Very few. The majority of them are lagging. Yes, they can be super helpful. But when we boil it down, what's important? Price. And would you, if I had to scroll out, would you assume that I had to have decent volume to push price up to that level from down here at $122 to $138? Yep. So do I really need volume to tell me if it's pushing price up, or don't you think there's probably decent volume to pull it down here? Yep. What do you think RSI is down here? Close to 30. What do you think it is up here? Close to 70. Do I need RSI relative strength index to tell me whether this name is strong or not? If you are getting totally lost on your chart because of indicators, I challenge you to paper trade and take every indicator you have off your chart. Every single one. Take them off, except for price. And then I want you to go through that chart and mark up every key level you see, the general area. Don't get caught up in exactness. Exactness kills. Don't get caught up in it. All right, and we have a little level there. And then you say, okay, I'm going to go short my circle. I'm going to go short at resistance and I'm going to go long at support. Y'all, that's what we should be doing every single day. Go long at support, short at resistance, not the inverse. And you can make a ton of money with your chart looking just like this by only using key levels where price responded. Where did price respond? What is this? This is an auction. What did the auction tell you? The people are interested around $130. The people aren't interested around $140. They want to sell. What's the auction telling you? Where do people put up their paddle and say, I want this, I want to buy? Where do people say, hey, I want to sell this? You can take it at $140. That's the top dollar I think it's worth right now. Take it. I'm selling it. This is where the auction occurred. And again, we make things way too complicated. Maybe that helps somebody today. You're still going to look at the EMA book. I know. Wasn't that great that I plug an EMA book and then I'm like, they're all stupid. I don't think indicators are stupid because I have them on my chart and I use them every single day. The simple fact is you don't need them. They are little additional information. So if I were to, let's do this. I showed y'all the process yesterday, but let's look at this. Okay, let me make it big so y'all can see it. We have to understand what's important. Price is 90%, I would say, of my decision making. What's price doing in the most likely scenario? And below that is the 50 EMA, maybe 2%. EMAs in general, maybe 1%. This isn't exact, but y'all know. RSI, maybe 1%. And if your pie chart doesn't look like this, let's see if I can make this a pie chart real quick. Insert a chart right there. Okay, well, why did you do that? You're not supposed to look like that. It's supposed to be price. Anyway, y'all get the point. I got to delete that because that didn't work out right. I guess because I don't have 100. So price should be the number one driver of your decision making should be price. Since I'm soapboxing and I haven't gotten to the indices yet, I'll go on my other tangent that I had this morning. And that is timing. Timing is a biggie. It's a biggie in trading. So when I started trading crypto in 2017, I was not successful at it. And here is why. Timing. I had a lot of technical analysis information and education at that time. I knew how to read a chart, but I would put my kids to bed, say, okay, I got y'all's lunches set up for tomorrow. Y'all got your basketball clothes washed. And then I would get out my computer at 9 o'clock at night and say, okay, I want to take a trade. Well, you know what? Maybe the trade setup wasn't there for Ethereum, Litecoin, and Bitcoin, which were the only coins I traded back then. And maybe there wasn't a setup at 9 p.m. Pacific time, the time I decided I was ready to trade. The charts have specific windows. And if you think about it like, what is that series, Outlander, where they say on Halloween or whatever, they have that window where people can, time travel. And there's a window where you can slip from, the year 2023 to 1700s. And there's this window. That's what trading's like. There is a window, and I'm hitting my hands together. I hope you can hear that, where you can slide through, and that's the perfect time for that trade. Our problem is we sit at the computer at a certain time that we have time to trade, and we say, okay, now I'm taking a trade. It's the right time. Well, it may not be the right time for the chart. So how can we get our trading timing to match up with where the trade presents itself? Simple. Alerts. Y'all look at all the alerts I have set. And I clear them out probably once a month. And some are still active, some aren't. So here's all my trade alerts. That tells me the chart's ready for me versus me being ready for the chart. So let me go look at Bitcoin right now. And if I don't get to one chart, it's okay. I think this is super important. Right now, we're not oversold on Bitcoin, all right? So we don't have a back burner. This is a nice looking pattern, but I don't know that I would be entering long up here after we've already had this big move up. And we're not at a decision-making point, or a window where you could shift into a trade. This isn't it. This isn't it. If we're up at 45,000 right up here, that may be the time to look for a short. If we're 15-minute oversold, that may be time for look for a long. But right here, right now, if I say, oh my God, it's 6:40, I have 20 minutes to myself, let me go put on a trade. It's not the right time. Bitcoin is not at a place, a decision point or a pivotal area, or what is that, fulcrum? It's not at that shifting point where it's like, okay, this is where you can make a trade where the risk and reward are in your favor, or the reward is in your favor and the risk is minimal. It's not at that point. So don't force your timing on a chart. And the way to do that is to set alerts. All right, that was enough of that. I agree, MG. Great Wall of Louisiana is definitely worth more than 2%. All right, so on ES, we've had this 4-hour and or daily uptrend line we've been watching. We just got a 4-hour higher high. We have enough room for a higher low now on a pullback. And I wanted to show y'all the heat map. I wish I would have taken a picture yesterday. Well, this is yesterday's heat map, sorry, but yesterday morning I showed you Monday's heat map. This is Tuesday's heat map. Monday was the exact opposite of this. We had Microsoft, Apple, Nvidia, Google, Amazon, Tesla, all red. And everything else was green. And as I said, the general population of stocks was green, except for the majors were red. Well, the market can't fall down if everything else is green, even if it's the majors that are red. Well, the inverse is true. Yep, don't diddle in the middle. That's right. We had all our bigs were green, and the rest of the market was red, but the market didn't roll over because we have rotation, 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 rotation. All right. I showed y'all the calendar. I showed y'all that we're primarily looking bullish. All right. So ES. I'm looking for NASDAQ to wake up from its dodo. We talked about it having a big long nap for about a week. Well, it woke up from its nap yesterday. And this is the result of waking up from its nap now. NQ has enough room for a 4-hour higher low on a pullback. Is there any time frame where that's an inverse head and shoulders? Yeah, 6 hour maybe. This could be the beginning of an inverse head and shoulders to just kind of keep on your radar. Now, I should also mention that I've been selling iron condors and I've been testing it out again. I have not published my iron condor findings. I did it in July and it looked beautiful. Let me see, is my Tasty Trade account number showing before I show you this? Ooh. 1 second, y'all. I am all over the place and I have no regrets. Okay, I don't think anything else is showing. So I showed y'all this in August. I had some mess ups where I was getting used to, this was an in out, getting used to Tasty Trades and iron condors. Well, this was July. I had a good month overall. And then you look at August and it's like, oh shoot, red, red. And then it stopped working because we got so volatile. And then I'm like, you know what? I'm done. I'm not even going to trade iron condors. I tried it again in October, lost. And then November, I'm like, you know what? We're kind of going sideways. It's working a little bit. Well, Friday, Monday, I haven't updated. I haven't exported yesterday's. But Friday and Monday, my profits were a lot more because I did the next day. So let me show you. I'm going to write it down what I did. If I'm boring you silly, I'm sorry. I don't mean to. I'm just trying to help with random things that are coming to me. So this is what I've been doing. I've been selling SPX Condor for the next day. So because of this sideways action we've had, it lends itself to these iron condors. So I sell it for the next day, 50 wide. And so let's look at SPX right now. So right now it's 45.67. So this is what I would do. I would do 4.565, sell to open, call. Well, the whole thing would be a sell to open. an iron condor, and that would be a sell. 4565. Put would be a sell. Then 4515 call would be a buy. And 4615 put would be a buy. So I would sell to open this, and I've been getting about $26 credit, which is $2,600 credit, and I've been buy to close anywhere from $21 to $23. 2,100 debit. So then I am banking $500 of credit. So if that makes sense to you, if you've sold iron condors before, good. And I'm starting to do the next day. So then for today, I would be looking at 12/7/23 expiry. And I'm getting more credit because I'm doing the next day, and it's not like I'm under the gun as much. And I like this a lot better. So I'll keep updating you. I want to get a system where I say, here's the system I'm using, and it's more consistent. It works more than it doesn't. So maybe that helps somebody. I don't know. Okay. Back to ES. So overall, ES is super healthy. It looks bullish. We definitely don't want to get into a head and shoulders situation here, which now I'm seeing this. But we know that head and shoulders on lower time frames, that if you zoom out, you typically have a bull flag on a higher time frame. So right now it is set up well for the bulls. NASDAQ. Look at that beautiful weekly bull flag. We're set up well for the bulls. And look at the lower wick we're developing on this week's candle. That candle's not closed yet, but that is a good looking weekly bull flag. All right. RTY. RTY is losing a little bit of its pizzazz. It was leading earlier in the week. Right here, right now, it got an hourly higher high, but it's not as strong as NASDAQ, and that's okay for them to keep tagging each other out. The Dow is going sideways. Potential daily bull flag. This thing looks beautiful. No reason. Oh God, it's 6:50 and I'm just now getting the charts. Lord have mercy. I'm sorry, y'all. Hit the like button anyway. How about that? VIX hourly EMA overhead. Not a lot of fear in this market. Bitcoin went nutso, hit 45,000 overnight. Bitcoin continues to favor the bulls. I would only be trading this to the bullish side. And Ethereum, I would pick Bitcoin over Ethereum. That still holds true. Dollar needs to sit down in order for the market to get continuation. The dollar has been the fly in the ointment for market bulls. We're starting to get a little pullback here. So let's see if gold can take advantage of this little pullback on the dollar. Oil is weak. We have oil inventory today. We are in downtrends. Let's see. This is the commodities rundown that I do every morning. Look, monthly higher high. Everything else is in a downtrend on oil. Oil is weak. Okay. Nat gas is green, but I'm not going to cover it. I don't have a trade there. Apple. The weekly bull flag is coming to fruition. I hope all of you took advantage of that. We're up here near yesterday's high, and we have an intraday support at 192.75 right there. A pullback to 192.75 could be a general area for entry. Amazon. What did I write in my notes? I don't think I had a daily double top the bulls need to deal with. So we have a daily double top at 148.57 and 148.54. We have a double top there. So Amazon, I don't have a trade for you. Nvidia looks great. Potential hourly bull flag. We're gapping up. Y'all know I love my gaps. Now, if it pulls back to yesterday's high and that serves as support, that is a long signal, and you put your stop right below that. It's gapping up. It looks great. If semis are leading and they're the fuel to the market's engine, I don't short it, and y'all know that. Tesla's in a bad position. Yesterday was a really large range, and we're right in the middle. Actually, we're getting a little closer to the high of day than low of day, but I don't like Tesla. Tesla would be a name to possibly sell an iron condor in, because this is a large range yesterday to go contend with. AI is the queen of the mountain trade. We're on our third weekly inside bar, and we're just going sideways, and a way to trade this could be looking for a pullback long around 29.80. This thing has been tight for a few weeks, even though it feels very messy. It gets pretty volatile. So you have to size down on names like this that have a lot of volatility. But AI, I'm looking for a breakout from this triple weekly inside bar that it has going. Coin is bearish compared to Bitcoin. Bitcoin made a new high, 52-week high last night, and coin is not even near its high or the prior day high. So coin could be a top fish against 147.86. These hood rats, they had a great day yesterday, up 10%, benefiting from crypto. This one is on back burner watch. HP, this is a daily falling wedge. It has a double bottom at 35.65, 35.68. I'm watching this one into the end of the year for a potential swing long with this falling wedge. SMCI, we're looking for a weekly high or low. You see it, weekly high or low, the more likely scenario. And the hourly chart is getting real tight. Look at that. You see the squeeze? And this one's a large range as well, big spread, so I sized down on this one. I want a long as close to 260 as possible for a potential long, looking for the weekly high or low on SMCI. ARM, I'm still long. It has big spread, so I'm giving it room to move. I did sell half yesterday, but I like ARM. So the way that if you want an ARM long, what you're looking for on this gap up is you're waiting for it to come back to yesterday's high. If that serves as support, you can enter long and put your stop around $64. That's how I would trade ARM. Hey, crypto. Cat. So I hope you all walk away from today thinking timing. Don't overcomplicate your chart with indicators, and then focus on timing. Don't force your timing that suits you on a chart when it's not the proper time to enter. Oracle, potential weekly bull flag. Bulls are looking for an entry. Yeah, this potential 4-hour bear flag, but I like this long better than short here, looking for that weekly high or low. And I did want to share with y'all, gosh, it's 6:54, that the Bank of Montreal is launching a max SPX 4 times leverage ETN. It will be trading under XXXX on yesterday, which is going to take a while to get some liquidity, but it made me think of one thing and I had to look it up. Drink coffee, do stupid things faster with more energy. That's what this XXXX is going to be. Just lose money faster. So just be careful getting snookered into these new flashy things. All right, that's it for me. Y'all have a wonderful day and use stop losses. Oh, and hit the like button, please. Love you.